about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra and today we are going to do a get ready with me. Now I have no idea why I'm getting my makeup done and going out tonight because I am actually really sick. I just took cough medicine to suppress my cough. I went to karaoke last weekend and I overindulged and I was not feeling good. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to drink. I'm done drinking. But I want to go because I want to sing. And when I'm sick, I obviously can't sing. I still have my voice, so it isn't as bad as previous times when I've lost my voice and not been able to sing at all. Like sometimes I'll just squeak and then it just sounds terrible. But I had this overwhelming urge to go. I had friends invite me out and I was like, oh, I can't, I'm sick. And they're like, oh, that's too bad. Maybe we'll see you next time. And then as I was talking to my husband about it, I'm like, I just really want to go. And he's like, well, you know, get our baby to bed and then take off. So he's going to hang out with our daughter and my son is at my mom's. So it works out. So now I wasn't sure if I wanted to do an eyeshadow look today. I do have the Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette out just because sometimes I like to have a little bit of glimmer on my eyes. But as you can see, I've got really dark circles underneath my eyes. And that is because I have, you know, I'm really sick. Like I haven't been sleeping well and it is what it is. So at first I was like, you know what, if I do go out, I'm not going to film. I'm not going to do my makeup. I'm just going to do like a little bit of bronzer, some mascara, and then that's it. But I thought, you know what, I need to do a video because I feel like it's been a while. So we're going to do a quick makeup look. I'm going to use some of my favorite products. I am going to use my new Jeffree Star blush. I'm using a few Jeffree Star concealers. And I think the overall effect I want right now is very glowy skin. And I'm also going to use, like I haven't put anything on my lips. I'm not going to use lip liner today. I think I'm going to use a Buxom lip polish. So I have been adding some new affiliate marketing companies to my portfolio. So I've been working, I started working with Buxom. They are underneath, the link is below. So if you guys want to purchase anything from their site, just go on that link. And I also work with fragrancenet.com, but I haven't found a link, like a general link to their entire site. It just sends you to specific perfumes. And while I could put my favorites, it's not everybody's favorites, right? So I'm still working on that one, but I am working with them as well. So both of those links will be down below once I figure that out. It's just something, a work in progress, I guess. So to start, I'm going to add lip injection. This is a lip injection extreme by Too Faced on my lips. And I do this for two purposes. The first one being, obviously, it makes them tingle and it does make them look a little bit bigger. It kind of brings the blood flowing to the surface of your skin, but it also moisturizes. And my lips have been so dry. Like it doesn't matter how much like night stuff I put on, they've just been dry. So this is going to help prep for makeup. Okay, and then I did go ahead and put on my Danessa Myricks. What is this called? The Yummy Skin Moisture Repair Balm Serum. So I'm a little worried that my makeup's gonna slip and slide over my skin. I don't really want to do makeup either because I'm afraid that it's, you know, it's gonna look ucky after, but I'm going to minimally set it. I find that if I don't set my makeup, it looks better, but I also don't want it to crease. So I'm going to do very minimal makeup and then warm it up with my Too Faced contour. This is really warm. I got the darkest shade because the medium one was sold out when I went to buy it. And then I was like, oh, I should just return it. It doesn't look good. But I'm going to use it as kind of like a warm bronzer color on the, like, we'll see. Like I'm going to blend it out and it's going to look good. So to prep my skin, I'm going to mix two different primers. Well, this is actually a cream. It's the InnBeauty Project Extreme Cream. Tati was talking about this as a really good makeup prep as a primer. So I'm going to try it today and I'm just going to add a little bit of product. I mean, I already have the Danessa Myricks product on, so I don't want to over add too much, but my skin, if you guys have been watching at all for long periods of time, my skin is extremely, extremely dry. So I don't have breakouts, but I do have issues with, you know, fine lines, expression lines, dark spots, and dry skin. And while I don't flake because I do keep my skin very, very well hydrated, I don't have any flakiness going on. My skin feels tight and dry all the time. And it doesn't even matter how much product I put on, but I have been, where did I put it? Where did it go? I have been experiencing really positive things with this Danessa Myricks balm. It makes my skin feel like, it almost feels like it's an oil. It does say it's a balm, so like right now you can tell my skin is extremely hydrated. It's like, you know, shiny, but no, most of the time it is not like that. So the next thing I'm going to use is just a tiny bit of my Caliray So Bone Primer. This does fill in the pores, so I'm going to use it minimally because I'm running out and I did not buy a new one during the haul, the Rouge haul. So I'm just putting this product around the areas of my skin that I struggle with a little bit. And another good idea, so now my skin feels like it's gonna just like, you know, slip and slide all over the place. So I think what we're gonna do is take some powder. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch Pressed Brightening and Setting Powder in the shade Pound Cake. I'm gonna take some of this product and we're going to work it onto the skin before foundation. I know it sounds crazy, right? But just a little product goes a long way, and this will prevent it from sliding everywhere. Okay. So as a little bit of that shine is taken away, it doesn't feel quite as slippery. And I'm going to use my lightest foundation that I have. I'm going to shake it up, and I am using my sponge. We'll see how this goes. The Makeup Forever Professional Paris. Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydraglow, and this is the shade Warm Shell, I believe. I'm going to add it to my sponge, and I've just got one pump on there to start. I'm going to add it to the middle of my face and work my way out. Okay, we're just going to add a little bit more, and you see how it like kind of blends in with my skin. Like this shade, I feel like it's so light, but honestly, it really works. Like I'm surprised. Okay, so I'm just going to continue blending it, and again, I'm not adding a lot of product, but I really just want to even out my skin tone, and we'll add some concealer for cover up. I'm not unhappy with the way this looks, so I'm going to go off camera quick, do eyebrows, and we'll come back and do some contour. All right, guys, that was super, super quick. So I'm going to take my contour stick, and I hope that this works out okay. The last time I used it, it felt really, really warm. So I'm still going to contour my cheeks with this. I'm going to do my nose very lightly because the last time I feel like it was way overdone. A little bit underneath, a little bit on top. A little bit under the chin, and then just around the forehead and the temples. Like I said, to warm the face up because my face is really cool looking right now. I am going to use my sponge to blend this out. It does kind of help that this is the sponge I used for the foundation itself, so it's going to blend a little bit easier. Okay, now for concealer. So before we do concealer, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Brightener. This is the shade Peach. And I feel like this is the best one to really cover up those like dark circles. So I'm just going to add a smidge right to the inner corner. Okay, we're going to blend this out. And I feel like I should go in with a brush for this step. And then I can go over it again after with the sponge. Okay, so you see how the difference is? Like that actually really worked. So I'm going to use Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the shade C14. This is going to go well with the foundation I used. So I do a small dot on the inner corner, a dot where the darkest part is, and then a little bit at the end to lift. I'm using the same brush initially. We'll see if I need some extra blending out. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in with my sponge because, you know, it just blends so well. Just makes everything look seamless. We might have to go back in with that after. So I'm going to go in with blush next. This is the shade Watermelon Latex. Whew, look at the size of that applicator. It's huge. I'm going to add 3 dots because I love blush. This actually works really, really well. I'm going to use the same side. Blend it out initially. Kind of blend it onto the apples of the cheeks. Kind of going around in a circle a little bit. Take the other side with the concealer and blend it near my eye. And then blend it up towards the temples. Add a little bit to my nose. A little bit to the forehead, and this is also going to blend out the forehead expression lines. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back into the concealer under the eye. And then I'm going in with my powder right away. Okay, I'm just going to set my entire face with this powder. Okay, and then I am going to, what are we doing? I'm going to line my waterlines now. And I'm going to use brown. I love the bronze that I've been using, but for some reason, I feel like I need brown. I'm going to use my Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is from the Blood Money collection when it was released. That's why it's green. But the color is Cold Digger, which is the brown color. So I'm going to do this off camera. And then I'm going to line my waterline with my Too Faced Better Than Sex. This stuff, I love it. I keep buying like liner after liner because it's so good. And then we'll do eyes, and then we'll come back to that, and I'll show you. Or actually, I guess we'll do this before, after liner, but before liquid line, if that makes sense. We'll be right back. So I'm going to go into the palette now, and I don't know about adding anything to the lower lash line. I could, maybe we will. I'll take this little smudge brush. I'm going to go into the shade, what, I don't even know the shade names, but whatever this one is here, it's kind of a sparkly shade. I'm going to tap into there. It's going to look like a darker sparkly shade. And I'm just going to drag this along the lower lash line. And this is going to kind of blend out the liner, but then add a little bit of sparkle down there as well. Okay, so it's very hard. Like you can't even see it, but all that's going to do, for example, if you do not, like if you have liner on the lower lash line, even if it's waterproof, I've experienced this so many times, it can be waterproof and it will still smudge and kind of like come down on your lower lid. And so what I always do is I take a powder that, you know, it can be the same color or even if it's clear powder, just go over the outside of the skin right underneath of it, and it kind of, it's almost like lip liner where it helps to seal the liner so it's not going to like smear or smudge. Every time I don't do that, it always is a disaster by the end of the night. But if I do it, it's perfect, like all night. So that's just like a small little tip for you guys. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is use this shade here. I don't know the name of it, but I'm just going to rub my finger in it, and it looks like, you know, like a really pretty sparkly color. This is that almost like, it's a powder formula, but it makes your eye look wet. So I'm going to put this all over the upper lid. Okay, just like that. So, I mean, you can't really see it, but it does give that like added sparkle. And then we're just going to tap out underneath my eye again. Okay, and then I'm going to line my eye, and I'm going to do mascara, lashes, and we'll be back, and I'll show you how it looks, and then we'll talk lips. All right, guys, I'm going to finish my coffee. I swear, these are like way too long for my eyes. They look like butterflies. My eyes about to take off. They do. I think I need something else on my lips. I was thinking like darker. I wanted to do like natural, but I don't know. I feel like I need something darker. Maybe I can line and then I'll just do some lip gloss or something. I have this Buxom one, it's called Sugar. I haven't worn this in a long time. So what I'll do is line with my shade. This is like my favorite shade of lip liner by Morphe, Love Bite. It's like a darker browner tone. Is it Love Bite? Or maybe it's, no, between these two. These are my favorite shades. This one is called Bite Me, and it's like more of a brown tone, and then Love Bite is more of like a neutral tone. So I'll see what I can do with that and then add some of this on top. Okay, then we'll see what the lip gloss looks like. So I think that's good. Just gonna reassess. Cheeks. See, it never really looks as bright pink as I think it's gonna look. Like after I do makeup, then it just kind of fades for me. So I think what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of contour. I'm gonna use the Westman Atelier, and this is the shade Biscuit. It's like the medium color. And I'm gonna add this right underneath the blush. And I'm going to contour my cheeks just a little bit more. Oops. And then on top of that, I'm going to add a little bit of blush. Okay, just to brighten my face, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. So this is just going to give a little bit more of an instant glow. Okay, and the last step, of course, is a little bit of highlighter. So I'm going to use my favorite highlighter, Mary Lou, by the Balm. It's like one shade. You can't go wrong with this. It's like, it almost looks good in every skin tone. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like it looks good in everyone. Okay, finishing touch is setting spray. So I'm going to go ahead and smear my face, and then we'll call it a night. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did. If you were new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Happy date night.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.